I did not want to do this. I didn't want to have to be the one. But these are my people. What people am I talking about? I'm talking about white people. White people, white people, white people. What in the fuck are you doing? What are you doing right now? You're literally recreating a segregated second-class group of people. A majority of which are people of color. Why are we doing that? Because we want everyone to have the same opinion as us. This is all about a vaccine. I'm not going to argue with anyone about the vaccine's efficacy. I'm not going to say it is or isn't effective. I'm not going to say that even though you get it, you can still contract COVID. I'm not going to say that even if you are vaccinated, you can still spread COVID. I'm not going to say those things. I'm not going to assert that those things are true. Even if they aren't true, the point of the vaccine is to protect yourself. Once you are vaccinated, if you believe in the vaccine, you are protected. Done. Here's the problem. And here's where we always run into problems as a people. We think we're so fucking smart. We think we're so fucking smart and that we've got it figured out. And if we could just force other people to do exactly what we think they should do, then they would achieve the results that we desire for them. You see? You see how fucking stupid that is? But that's exactly what we're saying. We're saying, listen, you're too stupid to understand that this medical procedure is for your own good. Now, if you don't do it, you no longer get to come inside a restaurant. You no longer get to have a job. You no longer get to apply for a driver's license in certain areas. And it's only going to get worse. And it's all white people. 99.99% of white people. I am not saying that all white people are evil. But what I'm saying is, if you got every evil person in the world in one football stadium, it would look more like hockey fans than NBA fans. That's all. I'm just saying a majority of the evil people, a majority of the stupid people are white people. I'm not making any assertions about what that means or doesn't mean, but by and large, a lot of the fuck shit that gets done is by people that look like me. And to other people, I'm sorry. I am sorry about that. I wish I had some control over my fellow pigmented to lead challenged associates, but I don't. You know, these people don't listen to reason. They're, as a matter of fact, a part of a cult at this point, and they're willing to completely dehumanize a majority of different groups of people of color. They're ready to dehumanize you again, and this time all for your medical decisions and your medical choices. Just because I don't want to participate in this vaccination program does not make me a bad person. I am no more likely to spread COVID than you are. As a matter of fact, if you examine the logic, and the vaccine mitigates severe symptoms, then it also increases the likelihood of asymptomatic COVID. So you could be COVID positive without any symptoms because this vaccine works so well. So now, because you're vaccinated and feeling good, you're still going out and you're still spreading it. And so if any of this was about COVID in and of itself, we wouldn't be doing vaccine passports. We would be doing COVID testing in order to enter certain facilities or in order to come to work. Because either you have COVID or you don't. It makes no difference whether you're vaccinated or not. Because both groups can catch, carry, and transmit COVID. The vaccine does not prevent transmission. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. I know that they said that it would. I know that they told you that you wouldn't be hospitalized. I know that they lied to you to get you to take this vaccine. And that's why I'm not going to take it. But to pretend that you're on the right side of history here, when you're willing to deprive any individual of working because of a vaccination status, especially in the medical field. We don't know the long-term effects because this thing's only been out a year. Not even a year yet. So we don't even know a tip of the iceberg of the long-term effects. So why can't we have a portion of the population who just doesn't get vaccinated? If you're like me, you already had COVID and you have natural immunity. Which the studies out of Israel seem to indicate could be up to 27 or 28 times more effective than vaccine-induced immunity, which wanes over time, i.e. the boosters, you fucking idiots. We told you they were going to boost your ass with another shot. This is not meant to ever end. But my point is, it's not about COVID. It's not about COVID. It's not about COVID. It's not about COVID. If this was actually about COVID, why wouldn't we be testing as a condition to enter a restaurant? Why wouldn't we be testing as a condition to come back to work? You would have to provide a clean test because the vaccinated and the unvaccinated can both catch and transmit. So it would actually be a good idea if you were really serious about keeping COVID positive people out of society until they're not COVID positive. We would be testing. We wouldn't just be blindly requiring vaccination for an experimental vaccine. And it is experimental. It won't exit the experimental phase until 2024. Sorry if that triggers you. But here's the point. There are people like myself who will never take this fucking vaccine. Are you okay with making me a second-class citizen? I haven't broke any laws. I have no objection to tests. I'm not looking to make anyone sick. I wear a mask because I feel it makes other people comfortable. I don't truly believe in the efficacy of any mask that's not an N95 or better, but I do wear one. I'm vaccinated with all the other vaccines that they recommended, although I'll tell you the truth, now I'm questioning that because this has been a load of horse shit. And it's mostly white people. So, as one white person to all the rest of the white people, I'm here to tell you we're doing the shit again. We're doing the thing again that gives us such a bad reputation. Where we force other people to do what we believe is the right thing to do. Right? Remember how we came to America and forced these people to, live the way that we wanted to live? And if they didn't, we put them on reservations. You see, this is really no different. We keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I'm sure that those of us who refuse to get vaccinated will eventually end up in some quarantine place somewhere. I'm sure that that's coming. And I'm sure that a lot of you will support it. Which is sad. It's a sad state of affairs that we literally can't have a differing opinion on a medical issue. You realize that this is the descent into monotonous groupthink only and stringent ideologies that forbid critical thought. And I would say that you people will regret it, but you won't. Because you'll never admit that you're wrong. You'll never admit that you made a mistake. You'll never admit that you regret getting the vaccine. It's never meant to end. It's not about COVID. It's not about a vaccine. It's about getting everybody tied to a digital ID. It's about having everyone present said ID and be in complete compliance with government mandates and edicts in order to participate in society. That's what this is about. I'm not trying to convince you of anything. I'm just telling you I'm never fucking taking it. And I want you to realize that you're doing it again, white people. You're doing it again. Congratulations. If anyone knows where I can turn in my white privilege card, I would do that. And perhaps apply to be adopted into a group of marginalized people of color. Just putting it out there. You guys, if anyone knows how to start that process, maybe there's a website, something you could leave in the comments. I would appreciate it. Until then, stay safe. You're not crazy. Let me speak to my pure blood brethren. We're not crazy. We trust our bodies, and we do not fear death. We refuse to live in fear. The TV would have us live in fear. All day, every day. Because a scared herd is a predictable herd. I refuse to live in fear. Peace.